Regan's playing soccer and Colston and Daddy are decorating outside for Christmas. Today is December 3rd and we are going to be here for the Powers Lake Christmas Parade this year, so I'm decorating our service truck. We've got a little wreath, and then come around here, we're just kind of getting everything together. We borrowed some things from people, so we don't really have an idea yet. We're just kind of putting things up there. Great big stocking. We've got a little Rudolph Christmas tree, little light up peppermint. There's a little raccoon over there. We've got some stars. I wrapped the fuel tank with lights. Got some jingle bells down here on the hitch. So the parade is on December 5th, so we'll get that videoed a little bit too, and we're looking forward to having some fun in the little town of Powers Lake. It is December 6th and we have loaded the last combine for the load home after Christmas. We finished harvesting on October 10th, but we've just stayed up here in North Dakota so the kids can finish out the school semester here. So we just pulled up to our farmer's house and loaded the combine up for the last time of 2020. Momentum. Today is December 22nd and it is the boys' last day of school here in Powers Lake, North Dakota. So we went and hooked up to our camper, which it has been over at the park while we've had a rent house since September. But now since the boys are out, we're gonna spend Christmas here in North Dakota and then start packing everything back out of the rent house and into the camper. So we have situated it in front of our little rent house. that we've enjoyed while we've been here. So we will be probably headed back to Oklahoma on December 27th. Merry Christmas, everyone. Today we just did presents with the kids this morning about 8:30, and it's like the fastest Christmas we've ever done. We took all of the Christmas stuff down in our rent house, and it's time to start packing.
Where's Eve?
The camper. Eve is the cat. He's wondering where she went. So he's already taken out several loads. We've got all of this. I just took the Christmas tree and stuff down. So we are going to be heading back to Oklahoma very soon. Good morning. It is December 26th, and we are on our first leg of our trip home. We got everything packed up out of the rent house yesterday, and we just stopped for our second fuel up in Oneida, South Dakota. So we were just fueling up and taking some breaks and giving the dog time to run around a little bit, and then we will be back on the road. Trip, but we're pulling into home sweet home at noon on December 28th, and we've been gone since June. It is December 29th, and we actually spent the first night in our house since June. We've been gone for about 6 months, and so now we are bringing things in from the camper, getting things reorganized in the house. Everything in the boys' room, since we've been gone for so long, is all too small. So we have to go through the closets and the drawers and get everything out, and then resituate the stuff that we've brought in from the camper. So in the summertime, our days are run by the weather. As far as if it's sunny, we're cutting, raining, we have a day off or working on equipment. So now that we're home and kids are in school, things are more so run by the clock, and kind of get back into a routine of everyday life. And so we're just trying to get settled back in now that our 2020 harvest is complete. Even though we are home from harvest, the work never stops. So now we are back in Oklahoma, and we are out feeding cows on this New Year's Day. It snowed a couple inches here in Oklahoma, so we're gonna go feed some cows. It takes us a couple hours running 2 feed trucks. We have close to 400 head, cows and babies, to feed. So I've got my helper there, Colston, got the auger going over there, and we are gonna go feed our mamas. Here's one set of the girls enjoying their New Year's meal with our brand new babies. Our prized little cow. She raised a set of twins last year after losing her first baby since she was a heifer, and so I bought her a set of twins, and then they were just jerseys, and so after I made them bucket calves. She helped raise 2 more sets of twins. Well, another set of twins, because their mama didn't want them. So she's our son. Sometimes you just gotta have a little fun. Good morning, everyone. Today is January 6th and I'm out feeding my cows. I am by myself today, except for I do have my dog Zoe. There she is. She's my partner in crime all the time. She goes everywhere with Mom. We are by myself because Dylan has gone to North Dakota to pick up our new tractor. We bought a new one this winter, and so he's headed up there to pick that up. And I'm just sitting here waiting on the water tank to fill. This pasture has 70 head in it, and so they go through it a lot, and so it's always completely empty, so it takes about 20 minutes to get filled back up. And then I'll head over to feed some more, and so far we haven't had any new babies yet, but I always look forward to pulling into a pasture and see a new one, but nothing today. So even though we are done with harvest, the work never stops around here. So now we are in basically ranch mode. So we take care of cattle and stuff all winter, and keeps us very busy. And then Colson's got sports going on, so basketball has started. So he is excited about that. So we do those on Monday nights. He has games. So that is what we are up to right now on the off season. Good morning, everybody. It's Kylee DeBock, and I am out at the farm, and today is January 8th. And the other day I did a video just as I was waiting on the water tank to fill up, and this is why it takes so long. Because no matter how long I'm here, they just continue to drink it. And when there's 70 head, it takes forever. Rick is down there waiting. He wants to be the first one to see the new tractor. There she is, fresh from North Dakota. Good morning, it is Kylee DeBock with DeBock Harvesting, and I am in my office on January 30th, already working on our hired hands. We have more issues going on this year with coronavirus still happening and borders being shut down. So we are going to have to do some things a little bit different this year. we normally get our hired hands from Brazil through an agency that we've used on a J1 visa. J1s are labeled, I guess, right now not essential because technically they are a training visa. They come over for 1 year, they work with us, we teach them how to do some things, drive trucks and tractors, and some even run the combines, and they learn a lot about the different techniques of farming from the different farmers in different states, and so it's just kind of a learning and training visa for them, and then they go back home and use those techniques or get a job using some of those skills that we have taught them in that year. So right now, all of the applicants that my agency has are Brazilian applicants, and so we had actually already accepted one applicant, and we were going to be Skyping with him soon to let him kind of just get a feel of his personality and visit with him and let him know that he got the job. And unfortunately that's not going to get to happen now because right now there is a ban on Brazil coming into the United States. I'm hoping that that will be lifted, but I can't, I guess, put my eggs all in one basket. So yesterday I actually got online and I sent some flyers to some friends. They're going to be hanging those up around the colleges in Stillwater and in Guyman at Panhandle State and Oklahoma State University. And I also got on some job boards, online job boards, hoping that maybe some of the college graduates that aren't quite ready to jump into a full-time employment yet, that kind of want to have one more summer to go and do something, because I can't have high school and college kids anymore because our run just goes so far into the year now. We work basically into November most of the time, so we've got to have those kids that are committed for the full season. So I'm kind of hopeful that maybe that will bring some American workers that will commit, and I might not have to jump through the hoops of all of the red tape for getting my J1s, or maybe having to even go to the H2A process this year. A lot of my bigger friends that have 6 to 8 employees, they usually go the H2A route, so I'm glad that the ban has been lifted on South Africa. A lot of them get South Africans, so that will be helpful to them. And then another problem that we run through with our foreign employees is getting them driver's license. So once they get here, we have to go apply for them a social security card and then wait for that to come in, and then we can start testing. Normally I would take my boys every day, every morning, and go take those written tests. So first they have to take the written test just like any 15 or 16-year-old trying to get their permit or driver's license. They take that exact test. So they have to take that, and once they get that, they do their driving test, and we get their driver's license. Once they have passed that, then we can start on their CDL testing, which there's, I believe there's 5 extensive tests that they have to learn all about the air brakes on the trucks, all the rules to the highways, all the things that they need to know to safely be able to drive our semis. So there's a lot of information that they have to learn. So they start taking those, but our main issue right now is that the DMVs a lot of them are closed. The one in Woodward, I actually had to schedule myself an appointment, and they were 60 days out. That's not going to work for us because we have a very small window. Normally we get them about mid to late March, and we're gone by June. So 60 days out, that doesn't even give them a test option, maybe 1, possibly 2 times if I schedule them 2 back to back. And so it gets to be a little bit frustrating because it's, we used to go in every single day, and I'm not sure how that's going to work this year. So I'm kind of hopeful that maybe we can find some American workers this year that'll work out, and we won't have to jump through the hoops of all the red tape for the foreign workers this year, even though I've loved all the kids that we've gotten. Still keep in contact with every one of them, actually, that we've ever had. and we enjoy having them, and they teach my kids a lot. I believe that's why my kids love soccer, is because one of the very first kids that we had was very good at soccer, and he would do tricks and show them different things, and they just kind of caught on to that and really started to like that, and we started playing soccer after that. So lots of fun things and different aspects that they bring into my family. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see if any of these bans are lifted, but it's just another process and things that we have to go through on the off season. Today is February 8th, and school has been canceled, and with all the ice, so we're out feeding. See all the ice on their backs. So I've got my nephew Cutter and Regan there helping, and so now we get to go break some ice and enjoy this wonderful day with the kids. Okay, this is in Mutual, Oklahoma, and it is 16 degrees. Well, it is a frigid day in Oklahoma. We woke up this morning and it was -9. I'm not sure that I've ever had negative weather in Oklahoma that I can remember. Definitely not any that I've had to come out and work with the cattle. So we've got some babies, and Dylan is over chopping ice, which is about 3 to 4 inches thick, and there he is. It's been a rough few days for people with cattle, and we just have to keep going because there's nothing we can do about the weather, but we have to do the best we can to keep our babies warm. The other day I had one in the tack room wrapped up in a horse blanket with the heaters on because he was born in a very frigid morning, and so he got warmed up and is up and doing good, so that's always nice. He had to have a bottle the first time because he was too cold and was just not going to nurse on mom, so I fed him a bottle a couple times the first day, and then now he's up and nursing on mama, so that's always good. I like bottle babies, but I would much rather them be with mom. So that is what is going on today, February 15th in Oklahoma. Good afternoon. Today is February 19th, and I am in my kitchen baking some cookies. Right now I have oatmeal chocolate chip going, and yesterday I made dish pan cookies. They make a really big batch, and so I have about 30 dough balls in the freezer. The dish pan cookies, I always enjoy making those because that was my Granny Joe's recipe, and so I always think about her when I bake those. I like to make these and put them in the freezer so that I can have fresh baked cookies in my lunch boxes for all the hired hands in my family during the summertime. With me out in the field driving the trucks and stuff, I just don't have time to do that, and that way all I have to do is pop them out in the mornings, bake them, and then stick them in the lunch boxes, and then everybody has fresh baked cookies. So I actually just took some out of the oven, so these will be what my family will enjoy. So I always like to make them a little bit of what I'm baking and putting in the freezer so that they can enjoy that right away instead of having to wait for the summertime. So that is what I am up to right now.